Abandoned places often hide secrets, but some discoveries are downright bizarre. These mysterious encounters and sightings have unsettling clues of the past. Stick around as we will see the strangest creatures left behind in the shadows. One night, a wife captured a horrifying sight on her phone. In the dim light of the flashlight, his form shifted, sprouting odd, string-like attachments from his body. As he moved, these strange tendrils seemed to writhe as if alive. The most chilling part came next. The creature, now unrecognizable, crawled toward a window and began to change again, turning smoky and unreal. From its lower body, water and smoke poured out in an eerie sight, and just as it started, the video cut off abruptly. What had she witnessed? What do you say about it? Mysterious creature. In the depths of a forest, a bizarre creature was spotted in 2020. Its body seemed to be covered in white, feathery plumage, but as it moved, the feathers began to shrink, replaced by a strange blob-like mass of fur. And just as quickly, it expanded again, revealing its unsettling feathery body. The most disturbing feature was its lack of a visible face, making it appear even more unsettling and alien. Netizens say if it was a wood shapeshifter or an entirely new creature, something no one had ever encountered before, roaming the woods unnoticed. Creepy creatures. A researcher entered a cave and was met with a chilling sight. Strange, eerie creatures with tiny faces and glowing eyes filled the cavern. Their grotesque bodies seemed frozen, and though they appeared to be trying to scream, no sound escaped. These looked to be the remnants of an ancient species or cryptids affected by toxic environments. The cavern felt like a tomb for beings not meant for our world, or it could be a hiding spot for them. No one knows for sure. Jump scare. What started as a simple late-night walk turned into an encounter with pure terror. A man, hearing strange screams beneath a bridge, decided to investigate. As he ventured closer, the terrifying creature came into view. Its appearance, its unsettling movements, and its skin-like features all pointed to one thing: a skinwalker. After capturing the moment on camera, he fled, knowing this encounter would haunt him. It's said that these beings can shapeshift and appear when least expected, yet their purpose remains hidden in mystery. Stalking alien. Walking near a road in the dead of night, a man suddenly heard a branch snap from the woods. The sound wasn't just a coincidence. As he moved closer to a streetlight, he spotted it, something staring right at him. The figure, eerily still, suddenly lunged into a crawl and came straight for him. It was said to be a rake, an urban legend. The rake is said to stalk people, learn about their lives, and threaten them with information about their loved ones. Skinwalker caught on camera. While walking through the hotel lobby, a woman lost her footing. What happened next wasn't an ordinary slip, it was a full transformation. As she fell to the ground, she shifted into a dog. Yes, you heard right, a dog. The other staff members watched, stunned, as this seemingly innocent hotel staff member revealed her true form. Many began to say she was a skinwalker, blending seamlessly into society and could be right under our noses. Just like that, she vanished and was never seen again. Skinwalker. Trail cam footage from deep in the woods revealed an unnatural figure. A pale, humanoid creature, unusually tall yet hunched over, moved on all fours in an unsettling posture. Thin and skeletal, it exuded an eerie presence. Before disappearing into the trees, it turned its head, and its glowing eyes seemed to pierce through the darkness. The way it moved suggested something not meant for the human world, a creature that perhaps belongs to the shadows of ancient folklore or to an environment we've yet to discover. Shapeshifter caught on camera. A strange moment unfolded when a man greeted a political woman, but as she stepped back, something unsettling happened. Her face started to morph into a completely different one. It was as if her features were shifting into another person, into a man's to be exact. The man's confusion was obvious, but to his surprise, everyone around seemed unfazed, as though such changes were a regular thing for them. It wasn't just her face though. The man while leaving the area noticed that each person there seemed to share the same reptilian traits as if they were shapeshifters blending into society unnoticed. Shapeshifter caught on camera. The upcoming video offered what many believed to be real proof of a skinwalker. On a steep road, a mysterious entity with a dotted body was seen slipping. Suddenly, it transformed into a normal-looking human and calmly entered a nearby house. The incident led to fears that skinwalkers could be living undetected among us. These transformations might be a part of folklore or a glimpse into something science has yet to explain. Roadside scare.
Nossa senhora, que bicho feio aquele!
While driving home late one night, a man's dash cam picked up this chilling creature in his headlights. It was a pale greenish creature that crawled across the road on all fours. As he slowed down, another similar being followed close behind. Their strange faces and synchronized movements seemed almost otherworldly. Many believe these creatures resembled aliens, wandering under the cover of night. The driver wisely stayed in his car, avoiding an encounter that might have led to something far worse.
Vai lá, vai em cima, viado, vai em cima.
Lost glasses or Skinwalker? Trail cam footage revealed a haunting sight from the woods. Emerging from behind a tree, a humanoid figure moved on all fours, scanning its surroundings as if searching for something unseen. Its movements were deliberate yet unsettling, and as it crossed the area, it disappeared from view. Such creatures bring to mind tales of cryptids like the Dover Demon, figures that straddle the line between myth and reality, leaving witnesses questioning their own eyes. Night encounter. A man's dash cam captured what was not supposed to be captured late at night on an empty road. In the middle of the lane was sitting a bizarre figure. Upside down, its face framed by long, tangled hair. Its body moved erratically, almost like a puppet pulled by invisible strings. While the man said it was a ghost haunting the highway, others believed it might have been an illusion caused by exhaustion or a cleverly staged prank. Regardless, such sightings fuel the long-held fear of traveling through these kinds of roads at night. Mysterious creature. One late evening, a woman stepped outside her home and found herself face to face with an anomaly. A pale yellow figure hovered in an odd posture as if frozen mid-push-up or trapped in time itself. Its features were hard to discern in the darkness, but its strange, suspended state left her uneasy. Such anomalies could remind one of the glitch-like entities reported in urban legends, moments when reality itself seems to falter, leaving behind more questions than answers. Creepy intruder. An explorer ventured into an abandoned house that was bound with forgotten history. There were rumors of a ghost living in there, but what happened next made those rumors true. A dark, shadowy figure appeared out of the window, its movements eerie and unnatural as it crawled inside. The house, once familiar to the figure, seemed like home. This might be the ghost of someone long gone, or perhaps a cursed spirit that had claimed the place as its own. The surroundings held an unsettling familiarity, as though the figure had been lurking there for years, waiting for someone to wander too close. Sewer creature. While working beneath the streets of London, a sewer worker discovered something unsettling. As he ventured deeper into the tunnels, he found a bizarre creature hiding there. It had a fish-like body with strange poking dots on the upper side and a face that seemed completely out of place. It was impossible to identify. Its features were bizarre and creepy. The brief video captured the eerie creature long enough to leave a lasting impression. Mysterious lurker. A girl sat quietly in her room when a sudden blackout shrouded everything in darkness. Through the faint light, she noticed a shadowy figure outside her window. Its thin, elongated body seemed almost smoky, but its glowing eyes pierced through the night like embers. The creature lingered, motionless as if observing her. Moments later, it vanished into the dark. Many believe such entities are shadow beings, interdimensional creatures known for their silent, eerie presence. Whether it came to watch, warn, or haunt remains unknown. Encounters like this often leave behind an unsettling fear, as if the darkness itself is alive. Reptilian. A chilling video surfaced online, showing a man with hands ending in razor-sharp claws. The footage grew even stranger as he began removing what appeared to be a mask. Beneath it, viewers were shocked to see reptilian features, scaly skin, piercing eyes, and a lizard-like appearance. Conspiracy theories about reptilian beings living secretly among us have long been discussed. Some believe they are ancient shapeshifters, blending into human society to manipulate or observe. This clip reignites the debate, providing what some see as undeniable proof that they truly are walking unnoticed among us. Strange being. Exploring an abandoned house, a man stumbled upon an eerie figure in the corner. It had a bizarre, lifeless face with sharp, fang-like teeth and was covered in a white cloth. Its legs were twisted unnaturally, pressed against the wall as if defying gravity. Paranormal enthusiasts say that this could be a poltergeist, a restless spirit tied to the location by tragedy or unfinished business. Others suggest it might be an entirely different entity, possibly an apparition created by lingering negative energy. The man fled in terror, but the question remains, was it haunting the house or guarding something? Creepy creature. In an unknown underground area, an explorer made a discovery that would haunt him forever. He came face to face with a creature that looked like a cat but moved disturbingly. Its legs, they were spider-like, fur-covered, and weirdly long. What he encountered appeared to be the result of two different creatures blending together. A creature not of this world. It might have been a freak of nature, but there was something deeply unsettling about the way it looked like it belonged to a different realm, a different reality. Crossing road. Captured by a traffic camera, something moved across the road with mind-boggling speed, fast enough that the human eye couldn't catch it. The footage revealed a blur, something that didn't resemble any known animal, yet its speed suggested otherwise. The creature was gone before anyone could comprehend what it was. Those familiar with Navajo folklore say it might have been a Skinwalker, a supernatural being capable of speeds beyond human limits. The way it moved in the video fit the description, faster than any animal should be able to go. Non-human. A strange sight on an empty road caught on someone's camera. A gray, shadowy figure with unnaturally long arms. It was standing with its back to the camera, its face hidden in the shadows. Its right arm appeared either unnaturally short or missing entirely, but many viewers were quick to suggest that it was a case of congenital amputation. However, others believe this was no human. This creature's very presence screamed something not of this earth. It could have been an alien or something else entirely, something that defied the laws of nature. Xenomorph? This next clip showed a man walking through the woods when he spotted an unknown creature near a cave entrance in Indonesia. As he pointed his torchlight toward the cave, the creature crawled into view. Its thin body and skull-like face gave it an unsettling appearance, and its wide, open mouth seemed to be trying to talk. The man was terrified, as could be seen in the clip clearly, and fled the area, but the creature he saw resembled the xenomorph. The xenomorph is a fictional endoparasitoid extraterrestrial species that serves as the main antagonist of the Alien and Alien vs. Predator franchises. Skinwalker spotted. Next is this dash cam footage that captured an extraordinary transformation on a road in Punjab, India. A man was walking along the road when, in the blink of an eye, he transformed into a cat. The cat crossed to the other side of the road and disappeared into the darkness. Such incidents challenge the boundary between folklore and reality, raising the question of whether shapeshifters walk unnoticed among us, slipping between forms as easily as shadows. Skinwalker dog.
This thing is so weird.
Two brothers decided to buy a dog from the dark web, a strange decision on its own. At first, the dog seemed like any other, but then something terrifying happened. As the brothers watched, the dog started to speak. I want your skin, it said, its voice and appearance sending chills through the room. The man, clearly startled, asked it again, do you understand me? But the response was still as creepy as ever. Before they could react, the man yelled for his brother, Parker, look down. But the video ended abruptly, leaving the chilling question, what had they brought into their home? Mysterious shapeshifter. On a busy road, two cars slowed down to let a cow pass. As the cow crossed, it suddenly changed into a human right before the stunned onlooker's eyes. The transformation was brief but undeniable as the figure casually continued forward and vanished. Was this a rare instance of a being shifting between forms, or could it be a phenomenon tied to ancient myths of animal-human transformations? The people who saw this change are still trying to understand the sight, but if you guys know anything, I would love to hear your thoughts. Lurking in the dark. In 2006, a camper recorded an encounter that resurfaced years later and left viewers stunned. While walking through the woods at night, strange sounds from the bushes caught his attention. As he followed the noise, his flashlight revealed a pale creature sitting eerily still. When it turned, its glowing eyes locked onto him and the man bolted in fear as his video distorted. Many identified the creature as the rake like the previous one, often described as humanoid yet entirely unnatural, haunting the shadows and feeding off fear. This clip also increased the credibility of the one we have just seen before. Creepy creature. This bizarre figure was spotted sitting on a rock, moving erratically. Its body was spiked and thick-limbed, but its arms seemed oddly short in comparison. Topping it off was a pointy, unnatural head. As the observer tried to move closer, the creature jumped with alarming agility onto a roof and vanished away. While its behavior seemed animalistic, its form resembled no known species. It might have been a genetic mutation, a result of environmental shifts, or an undiscovered life form adapting to survive in ways we can't yet understand. Sigbin. A pale creature resembling a mix of goat and kangaroo was captured on video in a cage. Its sharp claws scraped against the bars as it tried to escape, emitting an eerie, restless energy. Counters with this creature had been reported before, but this time, an expert finally identified it as the Sigbin. This mythical being from Filipino folklore is said to wander at night, feeding on fear and defying natural explanations. Known across Visayan and Mindanao regions, the Sigbin is one of many creatures bridging folklore and reality in a way that fascinates and terrifies. Creepy shapeshifter. On a farm night, surveillance cameras captured this chilling sight. A cow stood frozen, staring at a pale, ghostly figure in a long white gown. The entity moved its arms in unnatural ways, like a puppet on invisible strings. Some believed it was a runaway from a mental facility, while the farmer initially dismissed it as a prank by local kids. But after noticing the cow's disturbed behavior, he thought it was something far more sinister. To this day, the farm remains in eerie silence, its animals refusing to go near the spot where the entity was seen. Creepy creature. In 2021, a security camera captured a humanoid creature with short legs and a compact body standing near a wall, tearing apart a poster with unnatural aggression. Then it dropped to the floor, crawling like an animal. As it turned toward the camera, its glowing eyes and distorted face became visible. Moments later, it went out of frame and vanished. Its bizarre movements and appearance left viewers with a thought if this was an extraterrestrial being or perhaps a strange evolution hiding in plain sight. Creepy shapeshifter. A home security camera recorded something beyond comprehension. A figure was crawling across the yard in an upside-down position, moving with an eerie fluidity. Then, as if switching forms in an instant, it stood upright and began walking like a normal person. Its unnatural shift was so quick, it appeared inhuman. Many who watched the footage said it could be a Skinwalker, a being from Native American lore capable of shifting forms in a blink. This encounter left a sense of unease. And honestly, Skinwalker sightings are increasing day by day, making many believe in them without any other choice. Forest fright.
Is that a cow?
A camper's evening exploration turned into a nightmare when strange sounds lured him deeper into the woods. As he turned his camera, a bizarre creature emerged from the shadows, walking toward him. Its form was humanoid yet unfamiliar, and the man felt sure it was a shapeshifter, perhaps a selkie, being from Celtic and Norse folklore said to transform from seals to weird humans. He was terrified and fled without capturing a clear image, but this encounter was etched into his memory.
Oh, frick!
Skinwalker dog. This unsettling video showed what many believe to be a skinwalker, an eerie dog-like creature with disturbingly human features. Its black body contrasted sharply with its almost human-like eyes and facial structure. Rooted in Navajo lore, skinwalkers are believed to be shamans gone rogue, using their powers for dark purposes. Whether real or imagined, such sightings resonate deeply with those familiar with these ancient tales, blending fear with cultural reverence. Shapeshifter. In 2021, Japan, a worker on his daily commute encountered a nightmare on the roadside. The creature was tall, with unnervingly long limbs, horn-like attachments on its head, and a grotesque face. As it stood up, it began growling, a sound that echoed from every direction. He looked around and saw it, but when the man turned to look again, it had already moved to the previous spot with unnerving speed. Such an encounter bears a striking resemblance to the Oni of Japanese folklore, demonic beings with fearsome appearances said to bring misfortune to those who cross their path. Unidentified species. A man spotted something truly strange one night atop a roof. It was a creature unlike anything he had seen before, with the face of an owl and its ears extended unnaturally. Its muscular, weird body gave it an unsettling presence. Experts later weighed in saying it might be a malformed owl or some kind of hybrid, the result of malnutrition or something else entirely. Yet despite their analysis, no one could truly explain what he had witnessed that night, but I am convinced that it was a malformed owl. Creepy crawler. In the middle of a barren landscape, a farmer caught sight of a creature, 8 to 9 feet long, crawling across the dry ground. Its many legs moved in an almost rhythmic way as it crawled along the earth, its flat upper body making it appear even more alien. People who heard the farmer's story compared it to a giant centipede, something so out of place and yet, somehow, undeniably real. But no one had ever seen anything like it before. Was it really a giant centipede or some bizarre mutation hidden away from the world? Creature spotted. A camper, looking for a place to set up his tent, spotted this chilling entity on top of a nearby rock. At first, it was just a silhouette, but as he focused, he could make out bat-like wings on its back that expanded for a moment. The creature had horns coming from its head, and strange patterns covered its back. As it turned slightly, the camper froze. It appeared to be pulling something stick-like from its mouth. This looked like a demonic entity or a humanoid bat hybrid. Whatever it was unlike anything he had ever seen, and its gaze sent a cold shiver down his spine. Irish woods entity. Deep in the woods, a camper noticed movement behind a tree. At first, it seemed like a trick of the light, but when he looked closer, the creature's massive, dark form became apparent. Covered in fur, it resembled the legendary Bigfoot or perhaps a Sasquatch. The creature peered around the tree, its eyes watching him for a few seconds before vanishing into the forest. The camper searched the area, but it was gone. Creepy man.
How you doing? Oh.
A man driving through the forest noticed this strange figure crouching in the bushes. He was curious and pulled over, thinking it might be someone in need of help because the figure appeared normal at first look. But then something bizarre happened. The man in the bushes bent down, crawling in an unnatural way over the rocks, his face contorting into something grotesque and not quite human. Without fully understanding what he was watching, the man quickly got back in his car and sped away. Online viewers suggested it could have been someone playing a prank, but what if it was something more sinister? A skinwalker, perhaps?
That's crazy shit. This guy's crawling at me like it's goddamn.
Weird face. Late one night, a CCTV camera captured a couple of figures walking by. Their faces were strange, distorted even, with features so distinctive that it was hard to believe they were simply wearing costumes. Sure, it could have been a Halloween prank, but something about the way they moved, the eerie stillness in their expressions, made it feel off. Without more information, the footage left many questions unanswered. What were they? People testing out their costumes? Or something else entirely? Something that couldn't easily be explained? The mystery lingered. Strange creature. One woman, hearing a strange doorbell ring, decided to answer. But what awaited her on the other side was far from normal. A massive bird stood outside, its wings spread wide, and its beak open as though calling for help. The bird's presence was enough to make anyone uneasy, but at that moment, the woman decided not to open the door. Was that the right decision? Some might say yes. Others would wonder what could have happened if she had acted differently. If you were in that situation, what would you have done? Do tell in the comments. Creepy encounter. A farmer, on his usual route to the fields, noticed something unusual in a hole near the road. Upon closer inspection, he saw a creature with many octopus-like legs and large, round black eyes. It was moving its long, strand-like limbs, shifting positions within the hole while staring at him. The sight was unnerving, resembling something between a squid and a ground-dwelling octopus. This creature looked like something previously undiscovered, or just an odd anomaly. Whatever it was, it certainly didn't belong there. Water monster. In the river water, a black, slimy creature was seen. Its elongated, shiny body glistened unnaturally, while its many legs moved with unsettling precision. It constantly morphed, its form shifting as though struggling to settle on a single shape. Without a face, its movements were its only language, slowly creeping toward the forest. This looked to be a Lovecraftian entity, an unearthly being from realms we cannot comprehend. Such creatures are often described as harbingers of change or destruction, but many people resembled it with the Venom movie character. It seemed to be straight out of the movie into reality. Strange encounter.
What the fuck am I looking at here?
Next is this strange clip that surfaced online that had everyone talking. It was recorded by a man driving who stopped at a traffic signal. As he waited, he noticed a man crossing the road, but this wasn't an ordinary man. The man had 3 legs, and what was even stranger was that he was walking proudly, almost as if showing off his 3rd leg. It could easily be dismissed as a prank, but something about it didn't seem right. Some people suggested it might be a rare condition, but it didn't look like any illness they had ever seen. What do you think? Was this some kind of strange trick, or is there more to this mystery?
What the fuck am I looking at?
Vesper coon. While walking through a forest, a man saw a strange entity that made him stop in disbelief. The creature had the face and wings of a bat, but its body resembled that of a raccoon, creating an eerie fusion of 2 distinct animals. It wasn't moving around, just remaining in one spot, looking at its surroundings. At first, the man thought it might be a hybrid or a mutated raccoon, but after sharing the footage with a friend, he was told it was a Vesper coon. This mysterious name referred to a rare, undiscovered species resembling both a bat and a raccoon, and its wings seemed to be an evolutionary adaptation. Stick-like entity. This odd entity, caught on camera, had a long stick-like body with an elongated neck that curved toward its front. It had 4 strand-like legs, 2 large fan-shaped wings resembling Chinese hand fans, and 2 smaller feathered wings beneath them. Its beak-like mouth was continuously poking in its front side as it moved. This looked like an undiscovered insect or bird with some very unusual traits. The long neck and unique wing structure may suggest a form of adaptation to a specific environment, perhaps to maneuver in dense foliage or to reach difficult spots for food. Another possibility could be that it's a mutated creature, caused by environmental factors or genetic anomalies. Open discussion. Today's open discussion is about how this viral clip has baffled viewers worldwide. It begins with a white feathered creature, its skull-like face without any expression. Suddenly, it twists unnaturally, revealing a canine-like appearance with fur and sharp features. Skinwalkers, rooted in Navajo legend, are said to possess the ability to shift forms between humans and animals. Could this creature be a rare instance of one caught in transition? Many recall similar sightings of skeletal feathered beings linked to folklore and superstition. The transformation was horrifying and proof of ancient legends. If you guys have experienced anything like that, do share in the comments below.